How many people not only want to feel good, but you also like to look good? Everybody wants to feel good and look good, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's human nature. Well, we're going to get you feeling good, and then Lamar is going to tell you how you can start looking good. So here is Lamar Funn.
Thank you. Can we just please give Bob a round of applause? It's hard to come by humanities because I'm just absorbing so much of what it is that he taught. I want to catch it. I mean, we don't have to have cancer. We can live prosperously, healthy in our bodies for forever. It's all about education. Knowledge is power. People are walking around, running to the doctor. That's funny. That was awesome. Running to the dollar because you're going to spend some money. You know, running to the doctor for every ailment. Do you know that doctors have something like 9.2 minutes to talk to you? 9.2 minutes. And in that time, they're saying, okay, what's wrong? Oh, my back hurts. My knees are aching. Okay, really? So you're going to say, this prescription. Oh, it's so good seeing you. Tap you on the knee and you're out. They didn't look at anything. They didn't look at anything. You just simply complain. Because sometimes we get in this space and place and we don't divorce it, where we enjoy talking about the things that pain us physically and emotionally, right? So we go to the doctor to emote. And we use the doctor as the panacea, who's then going to give you those 15 prescriptions that Bob was talking about earlier on. 15 prescriptions. So then you're saying, I got good insurance. And like he said, you drive your car into the carport at the gas station, the light came on, and then all they do is cut the light off, like he said. And then they cut the light off, and then what? The car explodes, or you begin to then explode. Well, I went to the doctor, then you call your best friend or your mother and say, but this still hurts, and I don't know what to do about it. Well, you went to the doctor, maybe you need to go back. You know what you're going to do? Prescribe you some more.
Go to a different doctor.
And then send you to a different. So in addition, Bob was saying how I have a master's degree in education. I love education. And when I sit with Bob, it's like sitting with a true doctor who can teach you how to heal your body. So I want to review, even though we have the essentials, but to review what it is that we heard. So this right here with the performance hydration, the coral that he spoke of off the islands of Okinawa, in lowering, in intensifying our pH. Where's that water hat? I carry this around. My kids tease me now. My kids have it. They carry this bottle around with them everywhere. It's not about the bottle, but you might be able to see it. It's my coral in there. Every day, everywhere I go, I have my coral water. And I'm hydrated. I just came back from Las Vegas. I spent 12 days in Las Vegas. People thought I'd moved there. It was 112 and 15 degrees every day. I was there from the 19th of July until August the 2nd, thereabout. I was perfectly fine. People were walking around, live there. I was great. I stayed outside. I got my 40,000 or 80,000 units of vitamin D. You know, what black person do you hear of that always wants to be in the sun and get a tan? Me? Okay, y'all too great. I love it. Okay, so I was able to withstand, it's the truth. I was able to withstand it because of the coral. And people were asking me, what are you doing? This is my purse, right? Okay, it is really, really tiny. All I fit in are cords and a phone and one tube of lip gloss. And in here, this fits. And I was in restaurants not needing to say, I'll have a Pepsi, I'll have some water, their water. Then he talked about the silver. I have a drop of silver. I don't worry about people's contaminated water, if you will. I drop a dot of the silver into my water, and then I add this. You see what I'm saying as far as the O2. So what Bob just gave us, this, you can't go to college to get it. You might be able to go to Harvard or MIT, but it might take you 4 years to get all that he shared in this slideshow presentation. And I'm big on gratitude, right? Okay, we can count on 2 hands how many people there are that are in here. But what it is you guys are the leaders, and you're anointed and appointed to go out here and tell people, watch, 5 minutes after you leave the parking lot, one of you is going to get that phone call. Girl, I meant to come, but I couldn't because this, the cat is the dog is the cat. And it was an infliction upon my body. It happens all day, every day. Am I lying? You get that phone call from one of your friends, especially if you've reached 40 and over. You know, 1 out of the 10 phone calls you make or take is about someone talking about how they don't feel well, right? Well, the problem is what? They're dehydrated. This hydrates you. What they're talking about is, I got bit by a bug. How many times have I heard that? The silver. I've also heard of people having MRSA. Oh, I went to Hawaii, I came back and I had this rash on my leg and now I got to go to the hospital. So, as you all have been anointed to hear this presentation, if you will, Bob has this information on his website, which is neutronics.com or neutronicsrevolution.com. We have everyone's email. We'll get the information to you. But the bottom line is there are answers. I have on Facebook, I'm a Facebook junkie. And some people don't believe in it, but I use it for the good.
Oh, and you ended up on my page.
I did?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Neat. Okay, cool. You know, I am a Facebook junkie. She knows. Haven't met her before. I will meet you later on, personally. So I'm posting things, like yesterday I posted something. How many of you have seen The Matrix? It's now like 10 years old. So Morpheus is one of the main characters, and he's on the phone and he goes, how about if I told you that the disease cancer has been cured 169,000 different ways? And I had 8,000 likes on that particular post that I can see in my Google Analytics, if you will, but those looking on cannot see it. And a lot of it is because of what it is that Bob has come up with. This is the secret that's not a secret, that's no longer going to be a secret, because you will be sharing this information, if you will. So between the website and hopefully getting on some of these products. First, let me tell you, I've known Bob for 4 years. I call him Uncle Bob. He's endearing to me. And I have had the opportunity to take people and sit before him where I feel like I'm going to class. And I met Antoinette here, who I'll ask to say a few words, where I did a wellness workshop?
Women's Wellness Workshop.
Okay, so, well, once again, through my Facebook page and internet, someone said, will you please come to a wellness workshop? I said, sure. I came to show them the New Central's AED, because we were all women and we're all concerned about looking our best, if we will, at every age. And I gave a presentation on that, and that's how I met Antoinette. And she bought, I happened to have a bottle of it on me, and she got the bottle of New Central's right away from me. And she said, I don't know if you noticed, but I was hanging on the edge of my seat. And I said, oh, really? Why? She said, well, I had been using another product that I saw on television in regard to tightening my skin. And my face, if you could tell, is falling on one side. And she was fine with being transparent with me, and I said in turn, I'll take the chance and be transparent with her. And I said, it looks like you have Bell palsy. And Bell palsy is just like, a total, almost like a stroke situation. And she called me up, she said, I've had to call several people to get your phone number, but I wanted to tell you that my skin is totally lifted, it's hydrated, I'm going to send you a picture. I cannot believe what has happened, and I've spent hundreds of dollars on television with a celebrity who has another product, and yours is working. It really is true. And in the presentation, I share with her, well, the creator Colleen Moon, she invented, she was a designer behind Elizabeth Arden, okay? Okay, I have to seal out on that new religious call. So you have Bob Brimner in here, who is manufacturing the products, making sure that it's getting out here, if you will, collected to, we could go on Macy's or any store right now, or Elizabeth Arden Red Door on Wisconsin Avenue, and you have the man right here in this room. Really? When I said you're anointed and you're leaders to get it out here, you thought I was kidding. He's right here. He's put me on the phone with Colleen Moon. If you see what I'm saying? So this 0 degrees of separation, all these connections are supposed to be happening. So anyhow, she says she used the product, and inside of less than 3 days, she noticed a significant difference, but it noticed a difference right away. So I wasn't surprised, but I was like, congratulations, thank you for trusting me. Just let the product do what it does. I take her to meet Bob. I said, well, let me take you to meet the man who is helping us to get all these products and manufacturing them. She immediately said yes, got in the car, and we spent the day with him. And what I like is intimacy and personal relationships. Nowhere, I'm sorry, can you go and meet the CEO of a company that just flings, the door open, and he takes, get you him to take you to lunch, but we took us to lunch. We were blessed with that. And sit down with him for hours until it's time for either softball practice or Bible study. He said, Lamar, I'm really enjoying you. This is fun, but I do have Bible study, and you're welcome to come. Where can you get that? His business is also in 60 countries. One time I was going to meet with him, he said, well, as long as you get to me before I have to go to Japan. So one time, me and Bob and his lovely wife, Brenda, we met at the embassy and had lunch while he was doing some more formalization to make sure that all of the products were well and right to be served in other countries. Ooh, Vietnam, which industry? Yeah, I think we're in Vietnam. So I've been in another country as a result of Bob already. I've been to Vietnam. So how funny is that? But the beauty of it is we are now able to stretch out our tentacles and help other people, if you will, with the O2 and the Nuclein, not having diabetes. It's about the prevention, and or if people do have these issues, they can find a way, to wean. As a result of connecting with Bob, I have, like he said, another gentleman has become a nutritionist. The 27-year-old man who had leukemia no longer has it. And I have really gotten entrenched in everything that has to do with the body. So now I do health coaching. I coach people on how to heal their body, if you will, and through these products, as well as now I'm a professional with Vitamix Corporation. And Vitamix is a 90-year-old company, and I use both platforms to share how to heal the body, as he was sharing about oranges and scurvy. So the Vitamix is a tool to, let's say, drink the orange, if you will. So all these things that have to do with the body that we can use to alkalize our body, which is the right vocabulary word, if you will, because the alkalinity, if we're alkaline, disease cannot live in an alkaline body. So we're killing any disease, as this young lady said, she was severe asthmatic, and through the silver, she doesn't have that anymore. So if you're putting the silver in your water, you cannot taste the silver, okay? You don't taste it. Between the silver and having this. Now let me tell you what this did for me.